Hello and welcome to a new video on Revsportz. I am Snehasis Mukherjee reporting from Dubai, and along with me, my colleague Bharat Ramraj. And we are standing in the Dubai International Stadium where India will take on Pakistan in some hours later. But before that, we are here to discuss, about the preview of the game, that what India can do to win this game. Because as we all know that after losing against New Zealand, this is a must-win game for India. Not only against Pakistan, I think all the remaining matches in the group, but first they have to beat Pakistan, and it is a spirited Pakistan side because they beat Asia Cup champions Sri Lanka in the first game. So Bharat, what do you think? The first point that I will like to mention that the top order failure of Team India. So do you think that this is the game where your top order needs to click against Pakistan?
Yeah, obviously this is a crunch game, so one doesn't need to say that the top order has to click. I think all those players, 3 players at the top of the order, know that they have to give the foundation, solid foundation in these conditions. Especially the top order has to fire, because once the ball gets cuffed up, it might be slightly difficult to score runs of 10 overs, 12 overs. It's all about just backing your game. I know I am dealing in some cliches, but it's all about backing your game and taking each ball as it comes. Basically, you have to break it down to simple things. Even if India chasing say 140 or something like that, instead of thinking about the final scorecard, it's about breaking it down to simple things and live in the present moment. Once you do that, it's easier. Somehow felt that in the last match, the Indians were little bit, I won't say, they were little bit nervous, anxious, apprehensive. It felt like that, even not just when they were batting, but also when they were bowling and their fielding as well. So in this crucial match, they just have to go out there and back their national game. Just keep it simple. Just enjoy the game. Try to enjoy the game. Try to enjoy the atmosphere that we would like to see. We would likely see in an India-Pakistan game.
Yes.
And just go out there and perform.
Yes, absolutely. And as you mentioned, the bowling.
Yes.
I think in the last match, the way Indian bowlers, mainly pacers, bowled in the power play overs, I think that was not a good sign because they didn't take a wicket. They considered around 54-55 runs. So what do you think? Because we all know that in this format, whether you are batting or bowling, I think the power play overs that you need to cash in. So what's your view on that?
Even Deepti Sharma, for the matter, went for a lot of runs, but from her point of view, I would say that for an off spinner to bowl in the power play against right-handers is not easy. But the paces obviously have to improve. Renuka came back well, but her opening over didn't exactly go well. She didn't swing the ball as much as we expect her to. She's someone who can swing the ball from ball one, and the same can be. And Pooja Vastrakar, as ended up bowling just a single over.
Yes.
Arundhati might have picked a wicket, but she went for plenty. So in that respect, maybe India have to look at whether they need 3 seamers or an extra spinner, because the combination, if it works, it might work for New Zealand, but or some other team, but it didn't work for the Indian team. So that is where the Indian think tank have to contemplate, have to look at and wonder whether that combination for the last match was correct or not.
Yes. And what do you think personally that this is a day game?
Yes.
So the toss will be, I think, is a big factor because we have seen the South Africa game also yesterday. And do you think personally that India will go with on an extra spinner today like Radha Jadhav?
Yeah, that's what I said. If it works for New Zealand, it's great, but it doesn't mean that in some other team it will work for them. So that is why India have to look at what is best suited to their team other than what someone else is doing.
Okay.
So from that sense, India can go in for under spinner. Obviously, it's a day game. It's played strangely in that South Africa-West Indies game where the chasing team went on to win it easily. Maybe it is a fresh pitch. It was a fresh pitch because it was a fresh pitch. It went that way. The team batting second didn't face many issues. One has to see on which pitch they are going to play today. If it's the same pitch, maybe a used wicket, it might be slightly difficult for the team batting second. Otherwise, perhaps the team winning the toss might elect to bowl first.
Just like that South Africa match.
Yes. If it is a slightly fresh wicket, they might elect to bowl first. If there's any little, I don't think there will be any moisture with this kind of heat around. But if there's any kind of breeze or whatever it is, it might help the pacers up front and help the pacers up front to take a couple of wickets in the first 6 overs.
Yes, absolutely. I think another point that we have to mention that the fielding of Team India.
Yes.
I think we all know that this is an area that their team are looking to improve.
Yeah.
They have improved as per as the bowling coach said yesterday in the press conference. But in the last game also we saw dropped catches and misfielding while going for the ground fielding options. So I think I just want to say Bharat that do you see Harmanpreet Kaur as a leader needs to execute those plans and he needs to set better placement for this match?
Yeah, you can tell that, but first of all, I think fielding is about enjoying that aspect of the game. John T. Rhodes, that's not said by Mr. Bharat, it is said by Mr. John T. Rhodes. That if you enjoy this aspect of the game, then it doesn't feel like you are doing some daily job. So I think that is the most important factor. We have seen in the practice sessions, the Munish Bali, day one of the practice session, I gave them a training session of 90 minutes. He played a lot of shots, tried to help them to catch the ball. And that takes a lot of doing from a coach to stand there and hit a lot of shots for 90 minutes. And yesterday also, I did a training session individually for a few players for some 45-50 minutes. So fielding coach is doing his work. Girls are also practicing, but I guess it again comes down to whether they're really enjoying that aspect of the game, whether for them it's only about batting and bowling.
Yes.
As far as field placements are concerned, yes, you are right. She can look at she can look to maybe tinker the field placements in the slog overs. That was perhaps the mistake she did in the game against New Zealand in the last couple of overs. India didn't really tinker the field. Maybe she thought that by tinkering the field too much, it won't help. But Sophie Devine, the way she was playing, maybe
Excellent.
India could have just tinkered the field,
Yes.
or India could have changed the
Different
field a little bit.
Yeah. And
But
we could
they
have
didn't
seen a
change the field
different
at all. Yeah.
Yes,
It
absolutely.
might not be. 10-15 runs wouldn't have mattered in that kind of a game because India had an ignominious
Yes,
defeat. But
exactly.
at least she could have tried that, even in terms of rotating the bowlers. Deepti Sharma was going for a lot of runs.
Yeah.
So when someone is going for a lot of runs, perhaps it is time to change your strategy. It's time to look at some other plan. For example, it could be something as simple as giving Shankar Patil an extra over. But again, we are journalists. We are talking here in hindsight.
Yes.
If Harmanpreet Kaur is around, I think that's what she would have said to us. But that's from her perspective, I'm saying.
Exactly.
But a few things went wrong. But I guess from India's perspective, in the game against New Zealand, it was more than just fielding or field placements. Everything went wrong. So India have to improve on all three departments of the game. Obviously, they're the favorites here against Pakistan. But still, they can't take them lightly because they're coming out of a very great win against Sri Lanka. So they would really fancy their chances as well.
Exactly. Okay, I will come to the injury updates now.
Yes.
Two players from both the sides.
Yes.
Like one here, Pooja Vastrakar, we all know that she bowled only 1 over.
Yes.
Though in the press conference yesterday, bowling coach said that it was a tactical move.
Yes.
She just went under bowl.
Yes.
But yesterday in the practice session, we both saw that she didn't practice that much.
Yes.
She just went to the fitness drill. And another update that I would like you to share with the fans that about Diana Baig's injury. So just go for it.
Yeah, Pooja Vastrakar, we both saw that she did only a little bit of fitness drill. Actually, on day one of the training session, she did more of a fitness drill.
Yeah.
Comparatively, yesterday she did less.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be niggle, but that's what the management doesn't believe so, or at least they don't say it in open.
Exactly.
But there must be small niggle, I guess, with regard to Vastrakar. As far as Diana Baig is concerned, the news currently is they're going to do another assessment in the morning, and only after that, they've already done a couple of assessments on her calf problem. But they said that, as per sources, they said that she's feeling relatively better, but they will do another assessment in the morning to take a final decision before the game.
Okay, so the final question of mine will be, whatever you have seen in practice yesterday, we have seen both Pakistan practicing and India practicing, seeing the body language of both teams. Do you think that India will come up with more motivated space this time around?
Oh, they have to because the way they lost the first match, body language. See, first session as well. They participated in the training session for 90 minutes, though they dropped a few catches. Yesterday also, some of them were participating, and there were some light-hearted moments as well. Maybe from management's perspective, it's the right way to go about things because after a
positive.
huge loss. Maybe for 20 to 30 minutes is better to look at doing some light drills like football or something of that sort. Girls playing football.
Yeah.
So hopefully they will come out attacking from ball one and just take it one ball at a time. I think it's all about breaking it down to simple things.
Yes, absolutely. That is for now from both of us here in Dubai. So let's see how the match
Yes.
goes. But obviously, a cracking atmosphere is expected here because it's India and Pakistan. So you expected more crowd, more beautiful atmosphere here. So let's see. We'll bring you all
Hopefully
the
we'll see a
updates.
lot of flags as well.
Yes,
Pakistani
absolutely.
flags, Indian flags.
Absolutely, more
Sare.
fans, more flags will be here, and we will try our best to bring you all the latest update from the match.
Yes.
Before the match also, we'll join you on the live also,
Yes.
as we did in the first match. So that is for now. We are both signing off. For all the latest update, please keep an eye on Revsportz and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.
Thank you.